Hey guys, it's Geeky Chick here, and we are back with episode 2 of season 2 of The Breakfast Club. Grandpa just dropped a bombshell on you, but before you can recover from that, you've got another huge surprise coming. Your cousin Nick just arrived from his European band tour, and he's about to rock your world. What? We don't have time for that. Hopefully the address where Grandpa was like, pack your bags, or whatever he was like, we're moving. Hopefully that gets addressed in this episode. You sit in your room, stunned by the news that Grandpa is moving to Florida. Hey now, don't get too excited. Grandpa, I feel like I just moved to Sherman. You were supposed to live here forever. Well, plans changed. Earl died. Who's Earl? He had a nifty condo in Shady Acres Rest Home in Boca Raton. And now that condo is available. Your reaction is the only thing shady in this situation. I've been on the wait list for what feels like a lifetime. Yeah, Earl's lifetime. I can leave these Chicago winters behind and be closer to Gladys. Wait, Gladys? Who's Gladys? She lived across the hall from Earl. I knew her back in high school. Oh. Ever since Grandma died, she and I have been corresponding. She's the one that got away, but not this time. I'll be vacating this house by the end of the month. Which means you'll have to head back to your parents in Detroit. What? Are you kidding me? You can't be serious. I just started to build a life here and you're gonna take it away from me? In my excitement, I guess I didn't consider it. I'm so used to living on my own. I know you're upset, but this is something that's important to me. He snaps his fingers as he remembers something. I gotta see about moving all my prescriptions down there. Grandpa starts to leave, but you stop him. But Grandpa, Sherman is my home now. What about all of my friends? They're like family to me. I'm supposed to just up and leave them behind? I suggest you figure out a way to tell them. Because the clock on your time in Sherman is ticking. What? I know that's not the easiest thing to hear, but at least you still have a little time. In fact, somebody's coming by the house who may be able to help your situation. Really? Oh yeah, but you'll need to be extra nice. He's a bit of a wild one. Who is it? Just then the doorbell rings. Oh, I wonder if that's him right now. Grandpa hurries out of the room after a moment. He returns, disappointment on his face. It's one of your friends. He steps aside and Allison enters your room. Hey, Daly. Hope you don't mind me dropping by. Well, after what happened today at the record store? Grandpa's face darkens. What happened today at the record store? Can we have some privacy? I didn't think about that one. Grandpa, would you mind leaving the room? Excuse me? I just need some privacy, alright? Grandpa's eyes narrow, but then he gets calm. Okay, fine. I don't want your last days with me and Sherman to be all awkward. Grandpa, what? Why did he have to throw that in? Like, that was kind of petty. Like, we haven't even told our friends and he's gonna say something like that? It's good to see you, Allison. Thanks for coming by. I just wanted to see if I could help you with those grandpa chores. It would be great if you could join everyone at the lake house tonight. Wow, really? That means a lot, Allison, but... What's he talking about leaving Sherman? Oh, you see... Just then you're interrupted by a car engine revving in the driveway. He's here. Who's here? I have no idea. She's just like, I don't even know what's happening in my life right now. A moment later, Grandpa walks back with a guy in a leopard print shirt. It's your cousin Nick. Cousin Nick? Ciao. Nick's been in Europe touring around with his band, but now he's back in the good old US of A. Bailey, wow, look at you. Look at you. Last time I saw you, you were still sticking crowns up your nose. Hard habit to break. Just quit. Nick laughs, then walks up on you, arms outstretched. Come on now, bring it in. Nick motions you in for a hug. Hug him? Yeah, might as well. It's cousin Nick. You give Nick a big hug. It's been a while, Nick. Too long, in my opinion. Nick inspects your room with a slight tinge of judgment. Man, it's great to be back here. Nick, tell us all about your tour with the rest of the weepy lizards. Grandpa, for the last time, it's the sleepy lizard. And the tour was unreal. Allison jaw drops. You play with the sleepy lizards? She knows them. I sing with the sleepy lizards. Oh my god, I know your music. I work in the music business. Okay, Allison, you're a sales clerk at the record store. Nick turns to look at you. You've got a friend that works in the music business? That's right. Let's go with it. She's in the music biz. We're not gonna be petty like Grandpa. So be nice to her and her friends. You don't have to tell me twice. Nick turns to her with a charming smile. We'll have to talk more. I'd like that. Ooh. Where all did you tour? London, Paris, Prague, the list goes on and on and on. That's amazing. But the scene in Berlin was righteous. Of all the places in Europe, you chose Berlin? Grandpa makes a face. Regardless, it's good that you're back stateside. You must be starving. Let me go down and fix you a snack. Cheers, Grandpa. Grandpa hustles off to the kitchen. So, enough about me. What's going on with you, cousin? You living here in Sherman now? A lot has happened since I moved in with Grandpa. I'll say. Grandpa pops back in with snacks and a beer in hand. You got the perfect beer. Pilsner? I don't know. I figured you'd be into the European stuff now. Let me get you a glass to pour it in. Grandpa hurries out again. Nick cracks open the beer, takes a swig, and makes a disgusted face. Ugh, barf. Not up to your standards? Admittedly, I got a little spoiled in Europe with the band. When you've had this stuff brewed by monks, there's no turning back. I'll try not to hold it against him, though. He is getting a little up there in age. What? Okay, Nick, a little too much. Allison giggles. She's feeling it. We're gonna call him out on that one. The least you could do is acknowledge Grandpa going out of his way. It's not like I'm not thankful. I just would have been more thankful with a better tasting beer is all. Nick puts the bottle in a small trash bin. Man, I'm feeling restless already. I can't spend all day listening to Grandpa's war stories. You two got any plans tonight? Yeah, we're going to a friend's lake house. You're invited. What? Allison, no, what are you doing? You glance at Allison, who blushes. Oh, that's what she's doing. Sorry. Lake house, some fancy friends you got there. Only problem is Bailey can't go because of chores. You're passing up a lake house party? A lake house getaway because of chores? I mean, I thought chores can always wait. Yeah, well, tell that to Grandpa. Leave Grandpa to me. Let me handle it. Okay, work your magic. Okay, work your magic. Okay, go ahead and work your magic. Take notes. Grandpa. Grandpa enters. It's been an eternity since I've caught up with Bailey. Think I can steal away for a while? As long as you're back at a decent hour, I don't mind. Say no more. You give Nick an impressive nod. He returns it with a mischievous grin and eyebrow raise. Bailey, ready to hit the road? Let's do it. I'll see you two there. You and Nick speed down the streets of Sherman. Feels good to be back in Sherman. Traveling is great and all, but no one tells you what it does to your body. I feel like I've aged 2 years in the past 2 months. Who are you? So, I guess you know the news about Grandpa? Yeah, I just heard. Nick looks thoughtful for a moment. You know, just because Grandpa's moving doesn't mean you have to. Maybe I can help you out. Help how? Find you a place to live so you don't have to move? You do that for me? Why not? I have some time to kill before my next gig. What does he want to return, or let's just go for it? Let's ask, what do you want to return? What's the catch? What, I can't help my little cousin out of the goodness of my heart? I didn't realize you'd be suspicious of help. We both ride in silence for a bit. What do I tell my friends? All I can say is be careful how you tell them. I lost a ton of friends when I told them I was leaving to tour with the band. Jealousy? Some of them, most of them just felt hurt. Kids get weird when they think you're abandoning them. Pick your words carefully. I'm gonna guess there's somebody special waiting for you at this lake house? Am I close? You guessed it. And if you must know, there is someone I met at Sherman. I gathered that much. Does this person have a name? Bender. Why would they let us say other names? His name is Bender. First name or last name? Last name. First name is John. And what's this Bender like? Deep down, he's a great guy, but he definitely has his issues. Doesn't everyone? If you want to impress, you have to arrive in style. Show them you put some real thought into it. What kind of music do you think Bender might like? Rock? That's a no-brainer. Rock and roll all the way. You're speaking my love language. My favorite music store, Shred Haven, is nearby. We can grab a boombox and some killer mixtapes no one has heard before. Seems like a good idea. Barely putting in the effort to make a good impression with your friends will lessen the blow when you let them know about the bad news. Play your cards right and maybe Bender will give you some extra loving. What's it gonna be? Let's make this party wild. Why is he like, I feel like he's talking like he's instructions to the game. Alright. Let's see what happens guys. It seems like it's for Bender. We'll see. Alright, screw it. I'm in. Nick makes a sharp turn as you two speed towards Shred Haven. You and Nick enter the guitar store. Nick instantly starts marveling at the collection. Is this the limited edition set? And over there, I thought they only sold those picks in Australia. This really is heaven. Nick picks up a guitar and starts playing. He motions for you to pick up an instrument and join him. I have no idea what the guitar is and the didgeridoo, so we'll just do the drums. You sit down behind a nearby drum kit. Let's see what you got, little cousin. You're not the only one in the family with musical skills. We're gonna rock out. You managed to quickly get in rhythm with Nick. Nick nods his head at your surprising drum skills. You and Nick rock out. The crowd takes notice and starts to gather around. To think, here I was thinking you had no music talent whatsoever, but you laid down a solid foundation. A good drummer is the most trustworthy person around. The store clerk approaches you with a worried look. I'm sorry, but we don't allow customers to play the instruments. The clerk gestures toward Nick. Excuse me, but do you know? Excuse me, but do you know him? He's my cousin? He's actually my cousin. The clerk looks over at Nick, then does a double take. Wait, is that? No freaking way. Your cousin's the lead singer of the Sleepy Lizards? Nick gives you a solid thumbs up. I have a tape of them I listen to on repeat all the time. The clerk takes out a tape labeled Sleepy Lizards and shrugs it off. See? Never leave home without it. Nick stops playing. The crowd applauds as Nick waves and takes it in. Thanks. That, little cousin, is how it's done. Huge fan. Wicked. Nick gives the clerk a wink and takes the tape. I'll be needing this. And, oh, and a boombox to play it on, of course. I promise I'll personally return. What, are they gonna give it to us for free? Signed, of course. Anything you need. No one is ever going to believe this. You and Nick exit the store, fist bumping as you do. The two of you finally arrive at Claire's lake house. And here we are. Nick, can you do me a favor? Name it. These are my only friends in Sherman. Can you try and make me look cool? If you arrive with me, you're cool by association. The gang, why am I worried about looking cool? Like, I don't know, this is weird. Like, we're already friends with him. The gang is outside the house hanging around a fire pit. Everyone approaches you and Nick. Who's the new guy? Bender jealous? Everyone, this is my cousin Nick. Nick, this is everyone. I'm Claire. This is my lake house. Ah, our gracious host. Pleasure to meet you. Like, he doesn't even match the group at all. Nick takes Claire's hand and gives it a kiss. You roll your eyes. Aren't you quite the charmer? Nick is in a rock band called the Sleepy Lizards. He just got back from touring Europe. We play their songs in the record store all the time. Any favorite song of ours? Mustang Stampede, Hair on Fire, Lazy Rebels, just to name a few. I'm impressed and flattered. Nick and Allison smile at each other. So you're like a rock star or whatever? He's got the entire look down. You point out Nick's scarf. Oh, this? Nick removes his scarf, tosses it aside. It lands on Brian's head. When no one is looking, Brian takes a sniff. He even smells like a rock star. Ugh. I saw that. Andrew steps close to you so only you can hear. No offense, but why did you decide to bring your cousin here? Is it a problem? I was hoping it'd be just, the Breakfast Club. Defend Meg? Blow it off with a joke? Like I say, the more the merrier, right? Andrew doesn't take the bait. If someone new, I get it. But if it wasn't for him, I'd be at home doing chores right now. Cut him a break. Andrew sighs heavily. Only since you vouched for him. I mean, but I didn't even invite him. You and Andrew rejoin everyone else. Claire is laughing at one of Nick's stories. I was part of a band once. Is that right? Lead singer. Watch this. Oh. Bender sings an offbeat tune that leads into an aggressive headbang accented with him holding up the horns. Headbanging in the horns. Reminds me of my preteen days. Noticeably embarrassed, Bender stopped. How about we put on some actual tunes? Oh, this is awkward. Bailey worked up an awesome mixtape for the occasion. And I have to say I'm pretty impressed. Why don't we give it a listen, Bailey? Nick throws a conspiratorial wink in your direction. Of course. You pull out the tape you got from Shred Haven and pop it into the boombox. Everyone bobs their head to the beat. Doesn't suck entirely. Obviously you picked it for me. Bender breaks into a little smile. Nick approaches you. I noticed you haven't broken the news yet. I'm just looking for the right time. There is no right time, but for that special someone, there is a right place. Check out that sunset. Makes for a pretty romantic setting, don't you think? Like, why is he telling us what to do? And might lessen the blow if you break it to Bender privately. There's no way anyone can get that upset with a view like that in the backdrop. This is the last moment before they learn I'm leaving. Invite Bender out to the dock. Guys, we're spending way too many gems on this episode. But I don't know. Because it keeps making us feel like we have to. It's better I tell him privately than when everyone else finds out. You approach Bender. It'd be a shame to waste the sunset just sitting here. Isn't that the whole point of what the heck we're doing here? We can always have our own private sunset viewing out on the dock. You give Bender a conspiratorial nod toward the dock. Oh, you mean sneak away. Exactly. And let's beat it now before they start asking questions. You and Bender take off toward the dock. You and Bender arrive at a beautiful dock just as the sun sets. This is gorgeous. You can say that again. You shift uncomfortably. Yeah. Bender looks at you. He can tell something is on your mind. Okay, I know that look. Your wheels are spinning. Anything you'd like to share? You inspect the area as you search for the words to tell Bender about the move. But instead you change the subject. Let's do something. Something like what? Ooh, we should joke about skinny dipping. Up for some skinny dipping? I'm calling BS. You know as well as I do you don't want to get in that lake. You caught me. I was only kidding. Bender looks around the dock and notices some old fishing poles. You into fishing? I've gone a few times growing up. I'm no expert, but I know what I'm doing. I'd say that qualifies. You and Bender get up and grab the nearby fishing poles. Bender tries to bait the hook, but can't. Get close and demonstrate. You get close and demonstrate how to put the bait on. And that's how it's done. Just so we're clear, I could have done it without you. Right. The sun dips just behind the horizon. Your cousin Nick thinks he's too cool for school, huh? That's just how he is. You get used to it after a while. I wish I could get used to the people in my family. Oh, but that'll never happen. Poor Bender. At least I have everyone here. I don't know what I'd be doing or where I'd be if it weren't for you guys. Bender, I need to tell you something. I don't want to ruin the moment. Tell him. There's no easy way to say this, so I'm just gonna come out and say it. My grandpa's moving, and I might have to move too. You're busted my balls. You can't be. Without warning, you get a bite. You and Bender work together to reel it in. You both laugh as a fish flies out of the water and on the dock. Throw it back. You take a long look at the fish. After a moment, you toss it right back into the lake. When do you plan on telling everyone else? I haven't decided yet, but I'll tell them when the time is right. I'm not used to people trusting me with sensitive info like that. It means a lot that you do. Thanks, Bailey. You're welcome. We should head back? The sun disappears into the distance as you both head back to the house. As night falls, everyone gathers around the fire pit. Bailey, all of your friends seem so lovely. Now I see why you don't want to move. What the hell? You shoot You shoot a look in Nick's direction. Everyone looks genuinely shocked. Oops, that's right, you haven't told anyone yet. Nick gives you a mischievous grin. Bailey coughed up the info earlier, and it still totally blows. I'll explain what happened. My grandpa plans on moving into a senior community in Florida. That means no more Sherman for me. What if you try to get emancipated? Good luck. Tougher than you think. You can always just try running away. Huh. Won't get far with the 5-0 on your tail. Okay, Bender. Maybe you could stay with me and my family? There's plenty of room there. You're probably better off moving. Screw you, Bender. I think what everyone is trying to say is that we're all gonna miss you. The move isn't certain. If I can help Bailey figure out a living situation, then maybe she can stay. And if you can't, then it's goodbye, I guess. Crappy timing with prom right around the corner. Who cares about prom anyway? Not me. Kinda lame. Well, I do. It's important. Claire's right. Prom could be our last time we're all together. One last hurrah. Overrated. Figures you would be against a high school staple. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, you know what it means. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna defend Bender. Maybe prom isn't Bender's style. Lay off him, Nick. I didn't even say anything mean. I consider myself a lucky guy for a bunch of reasons. One includes not having a Neanderthal approach to everything and everyone. You turn to see how Bender is taking it, but he's not there. You look around to see where he's at. Bender? Did anyone see where Bender went? He's probably just went to go blow off some steam. He'll be fine. As much fun as this all has been, it's getting late. I should head back into town. I think I'm gonna stay the night. If that's everyone else's plan? We hadn't planned on going anywhere. My parents won't notice I'm gone anyway. Nick throws up a peace sign and leaves. Alright, be good. Ciao. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm gonna crash. I'll leave some blankets out on the couch for Bender. After a late night of goofing around, you finally drift off to sleep. You sleep soundly when Claire suddenly wakes you up. Bailey, have you seen Bender? Not since last night. Why? The blankets I left him are still folded on the couch. No one slept there last night. You mean... I think Bender is missing. Where did Bender go? And is he okay? Find out next episode? What? Why would he just run off like that? And I don't like this Nick cousin guy. Oh my goodness. You guys let me know what you guys think. I don't like this cousin guy. I don't understand why Bender ran off. And I guess it's locked. So I guess we don't have this next episode. So, okay. I'll see you guys next week.